HPL, the Haldia Petrochemicals, is basically the first integrated petrochemical complex in Eastern India. If you see it, it has been the forefront and, putting the whole industrialization in this area into a new era. So we operate a very sophisticated naphtha cracking plant, and there are downstream polymer and chemical units. It has got a lot of static and rotary equipments. It has got assets which are corrosive in nature because of nearer to a riverine area. And since it's a continuous process plant, the field rounds or the field inspection is very important. But this last mile inspections which the operators were doing manually was an hindrance for an uninterrupted data. So LLF, or look, listen and feel automation, the people in other terms call it operator-driven reliability, is basically to ensure that we have a safe and a reliable operations, and what we are seeing in the plant is communicated back to the control panel in a more real-time manner. And that's more important for us. We wanted a solution which is basically can be leveraged through a mobile and a web interface. It should also be able to take in the geotags data so that we can have a geofencing to ensure that whenever an operator is taking the field round, he is at the right place. We also wanted an application which will interface with the QR tags so that when he's near to the asset and only he's supposed to take the readings. And we are also able to make operators pinpoint the altitude part of it. That application should also be able to communicate with NFR tags, the near field communication tags. And that's the reason why we choose mCube analytics platform, which had this inbuilt analytics, and this features which we were telling you were basically customized and built in to our needs.
tcgmcube is an end-to-end data ingestion and enterprise data analytics and AI/ML platform. We partnered with HPL to build the LLF application on top of this analytics and AI/ML platform. This was an application which inherently had to cater to some very specific requirements. The first being that we had to build into the application the ability to recognize the physical location of the site engineer as and when the readings were taken on the specific asset. And we also record the latitude and the longitude, for instance. The application allows us to build safety features. So very specific handheld devices were used, right, which were safe for operators to use. The other things that we built into the product was the ability to configure, because the plant is a dynamic environment, right? So you could have multiple plants. Within the plant, you could have multiple departments. Within departments, you will have different routes, right, that an engineer has to take. And then within the routes, you would have specific assets. And all of this had to be synchronized with the backend ERP system. We built an application, right, which was safe to use, which could be used in multiple environments, both in the plant, also in the head office. We also built in specific OEM data configurations like LSL, USM, so that when someone records a reading, we get an automatic trending and a notification whether something is out of range, right? Now, all of this came together on tcgmcube. We also have a reporting module within LLF. So from a top management perspective, now at the board level, we have visibility in terms of deviations.
A petrochemical plant like ours, the essence and the key to keep the operations seamless and continuous is always how you relate with the plant, which is the three senses: listen, look, and feel. Implementation of LLF, what we have actually found several benefits, including KPI trend analysis, identifying frequency deviations, geo-tracking with one of the key factors here. The single most important thing I would say is we are getting the right data in the right time, and we use minimum time to process such that we can actually take corrective actions in time. We used to take corrective actions earlier, but the key in a petrochemical complex is how fast you can take them. So this is a game changer for HPL, I would say.
Number one, people, nothing gets missed out. It is no longer human dependent. Secondly, people are able to see the trends, which is a big advantage. For any tag, any point, you can really go back and see what is the trend and take an informed decision. You have QR coded the locations. So no longer can you tell that someone is sitting in the substation or in his office and filling up the LLF worksheets. But now also, like for instrumentation, mechanical also, they have found this is an advantage that a people has to really climb up and go up and see the asset for doing the latitude, longitude tracking is inbuilt into the tag, so that a person standing at the ground floor cannot fill up that data till he goes there.
You know that we have operating naphtha cracker unit, very important plant in our complex. This is we call it a mother plant. And we have a lot of important machines we are operating, lot of important critical compressors, critical pumps, and also that lot of fans and also blowers, and also we have a lot of important control valves. So if we improve the reliability of that naphtha cracker unit, automatically the whole complex reliability will be improved. So by implementing the LLF, which is the digitalization process, we have started the journey 1 year before, that is improving the reliability of the whole complex.